Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Uncle Mad. We're back for the second half of Tennessee Titans getting demolished by the Jacksonville Jaguars. A little late starting back up because I did, in fact, go for a walk at halftime to clear my head and hopefully feel a little bit better. The weather's beautiful today. I mean, if you're in Nashville, I would recommend going for a walk. Don't watch the rest of this game. This game sucks. Um, into the second half now. Jacksonville gets the ball to start the second half. They've already made it into Tennessee territory. They've got a 3rd and 4 coming up here as we speak. But the weather's beautiful here in Nashville. Beautiful day. Don't know how many more of these we're going to get because, winter will show up eventually. Nashville's weird. We'll have like a 80 degree day randomly in December, but we will have some cold and not great weather days. So, I mean, Titans suck. They're terrible. They're playing awful, but the weather outside is beautiful. It's a great day. We're looking on the bright side. We're finding the silver linings in life today. 3rd and 4 for the Jaguars into Titans territory to start the second half. Can the Titans get off the field here, hold them to a field goal, make them punt? And wow, Jaguars have to take a timeout there. We'll see what happens. Whatever it was Trevor Lawrence was looking at, didn't see anything he liked there. They take a timeout. Interesting. Trevor Lawrence has a wristband on with the play calls, the sheets, and stuff like that. Didn't notice him having that in the first half. I might not have just been paying that close of attention, but didn't notice him having that on in the first half. Maybe they're doing some things to try to get a little bit more communication. Maybe they're stealing signs. Maybe they're doing what Michigan's doing. You don't need to steal signs against the Titans. The Titans are very blatantly obvious in everything they're doing out there, so there's probably not much of a need to steal signs. Oh, man. Third and 4. Here we go again. Little counter run. We stop it. Good job. Take them down in the backfield. A little weird play call there. A little counter run from them. I'm surprised they don't take a shot. I don't know why everybody just doesn't pass on every single play against the Titans. Our secondary sucks. Our pass rush has not been able to get home at all this season. They're going for it, so I guess they knew they were going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so they could try something a little different on 3rd down. But 4th and 4, they're going to go for it here. Probably get about I'm going to call 20-plus yard completion to Calvin Ridley to bring him down into the red zone. Let's see what we get here. 4th and 4. Lawrence running, Lawrence scrambling, looking for a throw, finds a wide open running back who just escaped into the flat, brought it down. I called the wrong player. It wasn't Calvin Ridley, but it's a 20-plus yard completion down inside the Titans' 10-yard line, 1st and goal. Fourth and 4, midfield. Next play, 1st and goal inside the 10. Titans football. Running back just snuck outside, and really it was Trevor Lawrence scrambling that made the play because there was a guy covering him there in the flat. Who was that? 25? Do we have a 25 on the team? I don't know who that is. Had a corner or DB or somebody who was there who was covering the running back in the flat, but once Trevor Lawrence broke the pocket and looked like he might scramble, the DB had to come up and contain his run. Oh, designed run there for Trevor Lawrence, and he just falls down for 3-yard loss, but it's a threat of when you get your quarterback on the move, when you get your quarterback scrambling, you make the defense have to do different things as opposed to the Titans, who are just, for whatever reason, just Will Levis just most of the time just drops straight back and gets sacked. Like more rollouts, more changing where the pocket is needs to happen with the Titans. Like I said, I'm going to flip out about it because it was one play, but the one good play we ran the entire first half was shotgun snap to Will Levis with an immediate roll to the right, quick throw into the flat to DeAndre Hopkins, shifted where the pocket was, shifted where the pressure had to come from, got a quick throw out into the flat. It's what we should be doing more of, and we just don't. Now Trevor Lawrence scrambles, dives in, touchdown. Quarterback mobility is a great thing when they use it. 19-0. Jaguars, extra point pending. Yeah. No pass rush, no pressure. He breaks the pocket, scrambles, has a wide open lane to run to the end zone, dives in, makes a great play. 19-0 extra point good, 20-0 Jaguars. If it was not over before, it is over now. The Titans cannot possibly score 20 points in this game. I don't know that we're going to score any points. We might actually get shut out today. I wonder if I can bet like on the Titans live team total. Let's see here. Let's see what live team total. I would bet the Titans live team total at under 3 if I could. I don't think we're scoring in this game. Like, we haven't moved the ball enough to make you think we could possibly score a point. Let's see here. What are my live options? I could get the Titans drive result punt at -145. That feels probably correct. Team totals. Good Lord. The Titans live team total right now is 6.5. Under 6.5 is +114. You know what? Just to up the interest, I'm going to bet under 6.5. $5. $5 down on the Titans to score less than 6.5 points in this game. We just added a little bit of intrigue. We spiced it up. That's what we do here on the channel. We add spice, we add interest, we add craziness to the game. That way at least something interesting is going on. Now the Titans' futility on offense is going to be great. They'll score like a garbage time touchdown on like the last drive of the game to lose like 31-7 and ruin my bet. But at least we've got something to create a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of interest here. I just got a comment on a video. Let's go back and see what this is. Somebody just watched the Friday night live stream and added a little comment there. Let's see what they say. It looks like it's about Nashville SC. Last year's playoff outing was somewhat excusable because the striker wasn't there. This year hurts more since the team was healthy minus Leal. Not to say that is on Gary, but disappointing nonetheless. Midfield rebuild is needed for sure, in my opinion. So, yeah, this person, Joseph Mondelli 7421, seems to agree with most of my points there. I'm going to write totally agree. Hopefully can reinforce the midfield and have a full season of Sam. There you go. A little behind the scenes magic. You just got to see me comment and respond to somebody on YouTube live. So that's how it works. You make a comment on one of my videos, I respond to you, unless you're one of those people that says weird things about the Jamaica video series where it's neither here nor there. But yeah, Jamaica. One of the few times I've ever complained about anything on the channel. Like, you can tell who doesn't watch our videos consistently and who just popped on for one video, because there's people, I don't want to go on a rant that has nothing to do with this football game, but there's people who, were like, oh, these Karens just complain about everything. It's like, watch every video I've ever done and see how much I complain about anything. That should tell you how bad Jamaica was. That's the only like video series I've ever complained about anything. All right, Titans have the ball, 1st and 10, and we probably just did a false start. There we go. False start on the offense. What a way to start. God, this offense sucks. Trayvon Wesco, favorite player of F Words Pod. I do love F Words Pod. If you don't listen, it's one of my favorite Titans podcasts is F Words Pod, but they were Herndon and the other host of that show were just like Kyle Lyons. I butchered his name. They were super excited when we signed Trayvon Wesco, and Jalen Duncan still in at right tackle, so we've lost Hubbard now. Fake pitch, Throw back to Wiley on the backside, picks up about 4 yards, maybe 5. Second down and long, the Titans' favorite setup. Road Warriors. We're 3-0 in Nashville and 0-6 away. I don't know why that would be. That makes no sense. 27.3 points per game in Nashville, 12 away, 372 yards a game, 220 something away. It just makes no sense. Especially because we beat two pretty okay teams at home. Like the Bengals, obviously they're not what they have been, and now they're going to be even worse with Burrow being out. And the Chargers are like a joke. They're like they're a good roster with a dumb coach. But we beat two decent teams at home and just complete and other garbage on the road. Speaking of the Chargers, Keenan Allen just got hit in the hands and dropped a pass that would have been a touchdown on the goal line against the Packers, 10-10 in that game. Weird. I was just talking about the Chargers and they're what's up on Red Zone right now. 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. Titans' second favorite, kind of down in distance and set up to be in. Good protection. Dumps it off in the flat to Tyjae Spears. He makes one man miss, but can't break a tackle to get forward. It's going to be 4th and short. Little less than a yard. He was just about to the line. He made one person miss, got upfield, but got gang tackled and stopped right short of the line to gain. Good move to get open and to get the extra yardage, but can't break enough tackles to get that extra yard he needed. And we're going to punt. Why not? Punt it earlier on 4th and 1. Punt it here on 4th and 1. Into the end zone. Like, I get the being conservative, when you've got something to lose. And I get why Vrabel's been a little bit more conservative the last few weeks. He just doesn't trust the team. He doesn't trust particularly the offensive line. But at this point, you're down 20-0. You're 3-6. Headed quickly to 3-7. Why not go for it? Like I was at first on like the late in the first half one, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Why? Of course you punt here. It's deep in your own territory. Why would you go for it? But now I'm like completely in the mode of, wait, no, we suck. The season's over. Team sucks. Everything sucks. Just go for it. What's the difference? They're going to drive down and score anyway. Keep your team on the field. Give your defense a break, if nothing. If you can pick up the first down, even if you don't go down and score, pick up a first down. That's like 5 more minutes your defense gets to rest. This team sucks. Ugh. I've talked about it, but like now, like watching Red Zone, looking at what's going on around the league, it's like extra frustrating for this Titans team to suck because the AFC is like, Chiefs are going to be there at the top. And outside of that, Ravens look incredible this year. But outside of those two, like the AFC is just wide open. Like Dolphins are struggling right now against the Raiders. Bengals and Bills both look like they're in shambles. The Jets have fallen apart. Our division alone, Houston looks great. That was a bit of a surprise. But, prior to today, Jacksonville hasn't been anything to really be impressed by. Colts are getting by. Chargers are the Chargers, doing the same thing they always do. Broncos are sneaky, kind of getting to be good all of a sudden. But I mean, the AFC, it's not like other years where there's been like blow away teams where it's just like a complete, terrible, nothing can do good season. It's like very top heavy. There's two really good teams at the top, and like the Chiefs and the Ravens. And with the quarterback injuries, with the just inconsistent play, there's just outside of those two, the rest of the AFC is just kind of a mishmash. Could easily, if you were just like a little bit better, like even if we won today, if we went to like 4-6, we would be like one game out of being in playoff contention and not that far out of contention for the AFC South title. Travis Etienne breaks off a big run, gets a first down. Titans suck. Trevor Lawrence unloading, looking deep. He's got Calvin Ridley wide open, of course, for about a 20-yard gain because we don't have any DBs. We don't ever try to play any coverage downfield. Just why would you? Jaguars into Titans territory. 1st and 10. Decent little handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Who cares? They'll just figure it out and score eventually anyway. Second and 7. Play action pass. Trevor Lawrence. Sure, somebody's open deep. They are. Christian Kirk down the field into the red zone. Do we even have DBs on the field? Like I wonder, just because like we have so many plays. Like there's just like I don't know how it's possible. Like why is this? It's just unfathomable to me that like receivers are always open against us. Like, and on the other side of the ball, we just never have receivers open. It's crazy. Touchdown, Calvin Ridley, wide open in the back of the end zone. What are we doing? Just nobody covering anybody. Nobody covering anybody. No pass rush, no pass blocking, no nothing. I mean, there's just he's just wide open. Just wide open. Just like the most dangerous guy they have on the field. Wide open. Just nobody knows where he is. No DB's taking accountability. Nobody like being like, hey, this is a guy coaching. Hey, coach, maybe like let the players know like Calvin Ridley is the guy to watch, the guy to find in the back of the end zone. 27-0. The beatdown is on. $27-0. 27-0. $27-0. $27-0. Titans on offense. Why? Who cares? Oh, good job. Handoff to Tajay Spears. Right up the middle. Picks up about 5 yards. Incredible play. Let's go Titans. You know, Ben Jones and Taylor Lewan are both free agents right now. Not saying, just saying. Both have said they're not retired. My mom is the biggest Taylor Lewan hater in the world. She hated him every snap of every play for his entire Titans career. I think she might take Taylor Lewan back at this point in time. Quick play action pass, quick throw. Weird, that worked. Well, it took us 3 quarters and being down 27-0 to try something like that. Doing the live ball poke. False start. There we go. It's been a while since we did something stupid to shoot ourselves in the foot. It had been a minute since we did something stupid to shoot ourselves in the foot. So the false start, overdue. We'll say Radon's left tackle. He just false started, but I mean, like, he's held up okay over there. Not been blown off the ball or humiliated the way Andre Dillard has all season. So, I mean, there's that. Screen in the flat to Tajay Spears. Picks up about 6 yards. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. $30 plays, 114 yards, 3.8 yards per play for the Titans. The Jaguars have only run 19 plays more than us, and they have over like 200 plus more yards of offense than us, which is just no explosive plays. There's just 3-4 yards of play. Keep that going. 3rd and 5. Tajay Spears. Hand off to him. Picks up about 4 yards, 3rd and 5. I mean, what are we doing? So another one of the plays, like the one I liked before, but we roll Levis to his wrong side. Why are you rolling to the left? He's a right-handed quarterback. Rolled the play to the left side. He can't throw it anywhere. He gets hit as he's throwing because the pressure just immediately comes right up the middle. This team is stupid. The coaches are stupid. Flag, I'm sure it's on us. Unless it's one of those weird, just like body weight plays. Oh, yeah, they called roughing the passer. It's one of those I see nothing wrong with, but they're going to call that like a body weight one where their body weight landed on top of Levis. But I mean, I don't know how you tackle a person without your body weight ending up on top of them. So I hate those calls. I'll take it just because it helps us. But I mean, I don't know how that's passed. I don't know I really, at this point in time, I don't know what, like, how you're supposed to sack the quarterback and not get a penalty. Like, it's just illogical at this point in time. But it gives us a free first down for us. So whatever. I mean, that play call was so stupid. You roll Levis to his wrong side. He rolls to the left, so he has to turn his body back inside to be able to square up and throw before he can even throw the ball. So stupid. That's just dumb. That's just like idiotic, like stupid. That's like 101. Don't roll to the wrong side. Now we're going King Cat. 1st and 10. Double reverse. Deep throw from Levis. Something there. Wide open. Hopkins touchdown. Something good happened. It had to be like a wild magic trick play, but something good actually happened in this stupid ass game. Perfect time for this comment. Jumping in the stream. Being a Titans fan is hard. It is hard. It is hard, but we just got one bright spot, one moment of craziness, one incredible thing. It's crazy. We tried to do something impressive. We didn't just do like a dumb, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We drew up an actual creative play, and we got a touchdown. Blew up my bet in one single play. Blew up my bet in one single play. My halftime bet of Titans under 6.5 points. Like I said, we're gonna lose. I said we're gonna lose this game 31-7 to blow up my bet, and that's in play. Actually, no, it is in play. 2 safeties. If we give up 2 safeties, we could still get to 31-7. Great little sequence there from Masavai's 56. Being a Titans fan is hard to whoa, but that was also, you don't get those very often. Just sitting there hating life. Everything sucks. Run the first creative play we've run in 3 months. Oh, I got to update the score. Updated score coming. Hang on. Here we go. Get excited, everybody. Get excited. Hold on to your butts. There it is. Titans 7, Jaguars 27. This team is a tragedy. Like, why can't we? Like, I mean, you can't run that play multiple times a game. Obviously, you gotta. Those plays work once in a lifetime, but just to have a little bit of creativity right there, it's just like wild how hard that was. And even on that, like, if you watch the replay, those are plays that are designed to completely fool the defense, and your receiver should be wide open downfield. Hopkins was like 2 steps ahead of the DB, so we barely even pulled that play off. Oh, this might be the best way you can sum up the Titans. Like sometimes the Titans will do the worst or best play ever. For whatever reason, that just makes perfect sense. That's the Titans in a nutshell right there. It's just like there's no in between. We can't just be like a solid, consistent, like good performing team. It's either huge, crazy, you never see it come in play, or just like complete another shit. 27-7, comeback is on. Fourth quarter starting up soon. All we got to do is score 20 points in the fourth quarter and give up 0. Definitely seems possible. You know, should have been able to see like the way the season was going to go coming when we got Nick Folk, because the last like 2-3 years where we've been competitive, where we've been a solid team, and one of our bigger weaknesses was the kicking game, not having consistency at kicker. Totally checks out that we would get a good, consistent kicker as soon as we suck as a team overall. Like 2019 to 2021, when we were like competing, being solid, like in the mix for being one of the better teams in the AFC, had no kicker that we could rely on. And now we suck. We're the worst team in the league. And we actually have a kicker who can kind of consistently make kicks. Woo! Big hit by Monty Rice there. Did he change numbers? Did I somehow miss that Monty Rice changed numbers? I thought he was 53. This is the least important thing in the world that matters not, but I thought Monty Rice wore 53 and he just made a tackle and he's wearing 56. Who cares? But that's the play right there. That's the play right there. Every game, there's going to be one little stupid play from the Titans where you're like, oh, man, they're not that bad. But yes, they are that bad. Let's Titans fans across the board, let's unite. Let's stop having expectations. Let's stop getting excited about these stupid plays, these stupid moments. You know, let's not overthink it with Will Levis. He's looked good. He's got potential. Let's not like act like he's a second coming of Jesus Christ. Let's acknowledge we suck. There's big issues. Don't go into this offseason being like, well, if we just do a couple things here and there, we'll be good. No, we suck. Big things have to change. Luckily, we're going into the offseason with like $100 million in salary cap space to potentially rebuild through free agency. All indications are this is a really good draft class for offensive line help, which we need. So, I mean, I just said don't get excited. Don't get like overhype on things. And then here I am doing it. But like the pieces are there. The tea leaves are there. The potential is there to be able to quickly turn this around. But the coaching stuff, like Vrabel, I love Vrabel. I don't think there's any scenario we should get rid of Vrabel. But the fact that like the offensive line has been a disaster after we just promoted the guy who was the assistant to the guy that sucked. And we just fumbled a punt. We are Craig Ackerman. Why is he still a coach on this team? I love Mike Vrabel. If he does not fire Craig Ackerman, he's got to go too. Craig Ackerman is a piece of shit and has been for years. Somehow scoots by. But we'll probably fire Craig Ackerman and hire whoever his assistant is. So what does it matter? Right there. I'm gonna let that comment sit because that is the best thing you can say about the Titans to sum them up. I don't know why it's so frustrating seeing them fumble that punt away because like we weren't going to win this game. Like there's just no scenario where we're going to come all the way back from being down 27-7 when we can't score more than 10 points a game. But it's just the so systematic, so systemic of everything that's wrong with the team. Craig Ackerman still has a job is unreal. The hell was that? That we fire an offensive line coach and replace him with his assistant. That we fire an offensive coordinator and replace him with a guy who was the passing game coordinator. Everything. Just love Vrabel. No doubt. I love Mike Vrabel. Don't want him to be gone as head coach. But he's got to take a big, long look in the mirror and see why the staff he's put together can't get the job done. Continues to suck. He continues to back them. He continues to support them, and they continue to suck. And I got to wonder, famously, reason Mike Mularkey was let go was because Amy Adams Strunk told him, your coaching staff is not good enough. You need to replace your assistants. You need to replace your coordinators. You need to replace some people. And Mike Mularkey said no. Where's Mike Mularkey now? I think he's like a tight end coach at some high school in Georgia. I don't think we get rid of Vrabel. I'm not to the point of that because there's going to be a million teams lined up to take Vrabel if we were to fire Vrabel. But he has got to wake up and acknowledge the fact that his coaches, his people under him aren't getting the job done. Like, does the offensive line suck because the personnel sucks? Yeah. Could a good coach get more out of them? Absolutely. Has our special teams been one of the worst units in all of NFL for like the last 5 years with Craig Ackerman as at the helm? Yes. Yes. Should we have fired coaches that were underachieving? Yes. Should we replace them with people who were already on the staff and were probably part of the problem? No. Jaguars, 1st and 10 into the red zone. Yeah, honestly, I blacked out some of the games, some of the really dark times in the Wizenhunt, Munchak, Malarkey era, but this might be the worst loss we're ever going to have to the Jaguars. Like I said, I just might have blacked out some things in my memory, but I don't know if I ever remember the Jaguars just completely stomping on us like this game. And they probably did. I mean, they had some good teams over the years. I mean, David Garrard, Leftwich, some solid teams over the years. There was a period where they weren't like a complete laughing stock. So there's definitely maybe a game here or there where they really beat the crap out of us that I don't remember. But this feels like the worst loss we've ever had to the Jaguars. Just complete capitulation, just nothing happening. Fourth and one, Jaguars are going to go for it because why not? I mean, they're going to win the game no matter what. So whether they score a field goal or whether they get a touchdown, doesn't matter. This game's in the bag. Might as well really stick the knife in and just really cut it deep. Yep. First down. First down. Keep it running. Keep it going. The only thing that's left interesting about this game is when we get the ball back after this touchdown by the Jaguars, do we put Levis back out there? Or do we put Tannehill in? Game's over. Do you really throw Levis back out there to take more hits and get beat up? 161 yards of total offense today from the Titans. I mean, what are we doing? Any other team, like look around the NFL. How many teams around the NFL that are theoretically in a much worse spot than the Titans have already made changes? The Bills fired their offensive coordinator. The Bills. The Panthers, who suck, have gone back and forth on who their offensive coordinator is and who their stuff is. The Steelers have moved stuff around, made changes, tried to adjust. We just don't do anything. Like the season's over, so you're not going to save the season by doing anything. But I mean, like, as a sign of life, if there was any sign of life in this team, Trevor Lawrence, another rushing touchdown. Just let him run. Let him run all day. 33-7 Jaguars. This is a game where any other team in the league, heads should roll. Craig Ackerman should be fired. Tim Kelly should be fired. The offensive line coach, who should have never been hired in the first place, should be fired. But nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to change. Spoiler alert. Let me give you. I'll give you the Mike Vrabel press conference right now. Hold on. Gotta take my hat off because he's. Well, we coach better, play better. Got to coach better, play better. A couple things didn't go our way. Just gotta coach better, play better. Coach better, play better. That's what's just gotta coach better, play better. Coach better, play better. Just gotta coach better, play better. Hey. Well, it's a fair assessment. Some Paul Karski say like your special teams continues to be a disaster. Give me a Karski voice. I look like Karski a little bit with this hair. Like, Mike, special teams continues to be a disaster for you. You fumble punts left and right. You never do anything good on special teams. What are you going to do to correct it? Is Craig Ackerman going to keep going? Paul, I think that's not an unfair assessment by you. I don't think you really know what you're talking about. You're from New York. You're an idiot. Coach better, play better. There you go. Don't need to watch anything from the post-game press conference from Mike Vrabel. I just showed you exactly what's going to happen. Now we'll take my flowers. Like legit, any other team, somebody's getting fired on Monday. Somebody's getting fired or somebody's getting stripped of play calling duties, or there's going to be something. There's going to be some sign of life, some attempt to do anything to fix it. But not the Titans, not the Vrabel Titans, not this era. Like, really, our only hope is like, and like I said earlier, like, when it was obvious that changes need to be made in the coaching staff in the Mike Mularkey era, Amy Adams Strunk put her foot down. She said, "Hey, Mike, you got to change the coaching staff or we're not bringing you back." And he said, "I want my coaches." And now he's an assistant tight ends coach at like some high school somewhere because he's an idiot and sucked. Thank God. Thank God. If I'm so glad he was stubborn because we did not need to go through more years of Mike Mularkey. Nobody needs more years of Mike Mularkey. But I hope, because I mean, Vrabel won't do it. We know Vrabel won't do it. Like, that's just his MO. He's as stubborn as they come. Amy needs to put her foot down. She needs to say, "Hey, your coaching staff isn't getting it done. We gave you the chances. We've given you the rub. We picked you over John Robinson. You got to do your part now." That's the key thing. In the battle between John Robinson and Mike Vrabel won. But it's all on him now. There's no GM to blame because Rand Carthon's new. He's going to get his shot to make his mistakes or to make his successes. It's a Vrabel time now. It's Vrabel's time to either put up or shut up. And I know Amy loves him, and they've had a really great relationship, but I hope she's got that same energy she had with Mike Mularkey where she'll go to Vrabel and say, "It's got to change. You got to do something different. This is pathetic." It's one thing to be bad, but to be so obviously bad and there's so many things that could obviously be changed to like make you not like, we're not going to be a good team. There's no scenario where like we could be good this season. But there's so many obvious little tweaks that could be made to where we could maybe not be an embarrassment of a team. Like, get an offensive line coach who actually knows how to be an offensive line coach. Get a special teams coach who knows how to coach special teams. Levis stays in. Derrick Henry back in for the first time in an hour. Screen pass, picks up 10 yards, but there's a flag. I'm sure we held. So, can't do anything right. We were walking back, so we fully intend that it's going to be on us. An Edelman downfield. There we go. Might as well have been hold. Vrabel's got a little trinket in his hand he's playing with. He looks like he's engaged. He's doing good work. Don't make me turn on you in this game, Vrabel. Please do not make me turn on you in this game, Vrabel. This is the absolute last thing I want to hit at this point in the season is to turn on Vrabel. Derrick Henry's stats for this game. And this is not on him. 8 rushes, 16 yards. That was one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen in NFL history. Jaguars are just out there going through the motions, trying not to get hurt. It looked like a preseason play. Play action pass. They were like half rushing the passer because it's like they don't want to get anybody hurt. Levis just throws it deep to Chris Moore. And he's still covered. He's still got a guy all over him. Once again, we can't get receivers open to save our lives. Now we run an end around to Derrick Henry. That'll be nice for his stats. It'll make his stats look a little bit better. Inside the 5, 1st and goal. We've been terrible in the red zone this year, though, so who knows what's going to happen. It'd be really great to get 14 points. First and goal inside the 5, and Derrick Henry goes to the sideline. What the fuck are we doing? Just fucking pound the ball. It's not that hard. Give it to Tajay Spears. Oh, he's hitting tackled. Lose lost. Picks up about a yard. You know who could have done that? Derrick Henry. I don't know why. We've just decided that Derrick Henry can't do anything anymore. It's so like for all these years, we want to be a really, active passing team, really like modern fat passing team. We're like, it's like we're forcing Derrick Henry out. Like we just don't want to like acknowledge that Derrick Henry is still like a fucking stud. Maybe he's not as good as he once was, but I mean, Jesus Christ. Jeffrey Simmons in as a fullback tight end. Play action pass, trying to get a touchdown. Yeah, there you go. Got Jeffrey Simmons his touchdown. One bright spot of this game. He does a gritty because, yeah, we're down by 20 points. I'm going to do a gritty and spike the ball. Barely got that. Barely pulled that play off. Like, Simmons got that ball over the goal line by the nose of the ball. The stupid sneak the big man out of the backfield and score an easy touchdown. We make it hard. Hooray. 34-13 Titans. 34-14. Good extra point, Nick Folk. You're doing great. I hate the Titans. They really suck. They've ruined my life. Have you guys seen this Derek Jeter commercial where he's like struggling to get home? It is the stupidest commercial in the world. Like, it's like his supermodel wife is like, oh no, Derek's not going to be home. And he's like, I'm trying really hard to get home. It's like, who is going to look at this and go like, oh yeah, I should buy this vehicle? Nobody. It's just like, you're supposed to put like a regular family in that situation and be like, hey, home for the holidays or home for whatever. Like, not Derek Jeter and his supermodel wife. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's the stupidest commercial in the world. Almost as stupid as how the Titans run their offense. Connected it back. I brought it back. The Bears are up 26-14 on the Lions in Detroit. Detroit, that's the thing with them is like they're like a team that's like new to being good. They're always going to have like random bad games. You always got to like be aware of that. Like I had them in part of a money line parlay thinking they would, easily beat the Bears because the Bears suck. But there's always going to be that one random game when you're a new team to being good that you don't quite do as good as you should do. It looks like the Lions getting destroyed by the Ravens, and now they're losing to the Bears at home. The Titans going to try. I mean, they got to try an onside kick here, right? Oh, trickeration. Right to a Jaguars player. The easiest onside kick. I mean, like, the NFL just needs to get rid of onside kicks or like come up with like a new strategy. Because like, when was the last time like an onside kick worked? They're just pointless. They're pointless. And if there were more easily recoverable, like it makes the game more exciting. Like, I don't know. Jaguars have their backups in though, so this game's over. We're wrapping it up. I ain't bailing though. I was really disappointed. There's a pretty prominent MLS live streamer. I like him. He's good at his content. No shame in the game. He bailed on a game. I was watching him live stream, and he bailed on a game. I was pretty disappointed. I was like, man, how are you going to bail? This is like your deal is you're a live streamer. Like, I'm not a live streamer. Like, I'm a, this is just something I pop up when I'm like, oh, I'm going to be home on a Sunday. Maybe I'll just live stream while I watch the game. This dude's whole deal is that he live streams his watch alongs for the game, and he does a great job of it. Like, he's got like these incredible graphics, like these incredible like backgrounds, all this like stuff. But like, I mean, you can't bail when things don't go your team's way. You got to see the game out. You got to watch it all the way through. And that's what I'm here for. Titans suck. Getting demolished. The scrubs are in for Jacksonville, but I'm still here. Like, they've got the Chargers, Packers is the current like game that's getting a lot of rub on the red zone right now. And I honestly think it would be 100 times worse to be a Chargers fan than Titans fan, because the Chargers should be one of like the top 5 teams in the NFL. I mean, if Justin Herbert's as good as everybody says he is, you got like 3 or 4 stud wide receivers, you got a decent defensive unit, Derwin James, one of the best safeties in the league. You should be so much better than you are. The Titans, like, everybody always thinks we're going to suck. Nobody ever is like, the Titans are going to be awesome. The season we went to the AFC Championship game, I was like, what? How'd this happen? We were the number 1 seed the next year. And I was like, huh? How'd this happen? Chargers are a team that everybody thinks is awesome. Everybody predicts they're going to be good every year, and they always suck. It's got to be way worse to be that team. They might be the worst team to be a fan of in the NFL, just because, like, your fan base is small to begin with, so it's like there's a lot of you. And you should be one of the best teams in the league, but you kind of suck. Because your coach is a stupid idiot. Hmm. Well, CJ Stroud threw another interception. Once again, he's great. I wish the Titans had drafted him. But the CJ Stroud MVP talk was insane this last week. Oh, Lions touchdown. Jared Goff getting a little something going late. 3 minutes left in that game. This can be 21-26. They're showing a little fight. Might be too late there. I gotta say, I said it earlier in some of like the kind of overreaction moments. Like this is 2-minute warning, 34-14, Jaguars over the Titans. If there's not any changes, if there's not like, personnel wise, you can't, there's no great offensive lineman out there on the streets right now. There's no, you know, personnel wise, there's nothing you can really do to fix it at this point in time. And they're not going to fix it. I mean, the season's over. We're going to be 3-7. No shot to get back in playoff contention. But if you don't fire a coach, if you don't demote a coach, if you don't do any type of change, if you just like, this is fine, everything's fine. Meme of dog sitting there drinking coffee while everything's on fire, everything is fine. If you just sit there, like, why are you getting paid? What's your job? What's your deal? Are you gonna be like, yeah, well, we'll figure it out next year? Like, you can't just like, season's over. You're not gonna win any more games. I mean, you might win some more games. We play the Panthers next week. So you're gonna win more games. There's some winnable games left. But I mean, if you just keep rolling it back, if you just keep saying nothing needs to change, everything's fine. We're losing 34-14 for the Jaguars, and that's okay. We can deal with that. That's a problem. Like you can't even get off the field against like the Jaguars backups. Like they got their backups out there, and we can't get them off the field. They've managed to run off like 5 minutes of clock, picking up like first downs. You know they're running. It's their backups. They shouldn't be that good, and they're just dictating the play. They're just going. This is embarrassing. I mean, by and large, we've got backups on the field too, but I mean, like, I mean, this is a key week for Vrabel. Key week. Like I'm all on board the Vrabel train. I love Vrabel. I think he's, there's a case to be made. He's the best coach we've ever had. Fisher, obviously, it's not that hard of a competition. I mean, really, it's like there's two guys in the mix, but you got to do something. You can't just come out and do your same bullshit like coach better play better, coach better play better, coach better play better. You got to do something. If you don't want to fire anybody, just come out and say, hey, this season's a wash. We're just going to ride it out. Acknowledge it. Just acknowledge. We're just riding it out. If you want to do that, fine. Do that. But you can't do nothing. You got to fire somebody. You got to change something. You got to do something different. Did we just nail it out to... Wow. We got the ball back with 30 seconds left. Not going to win the game. Honestly, nothing's changed. We just took a knee. We took a knee to lose the game. I knocked the camera offline by doing that. We took a knee to end the game. Like, I mean, I almost wonder if Vrabel wants out. I almost wonder if he's like trying to get out. Like if he's trying to get out to go get the New England job from with Belichick probably like maybe not being there anymore. Like it is like, what are we doing? Stupid. It's just, it doesn't matter. Like, but I mean, just nail the ball out. Just take an knee. Just completely concede defeat. Just this make or break week for Vrabel. I've said it 100 times. It has to be changed. I hate this. Hate this team. Hate everything about it. Everything sucks. That was brutal. So I mean, this is make or break time for Vrabel. Like, I mean, like I'm not going to put him on the hot seat. I'm not going to be those persons that just rush and say the coach has to go. The coach has to go. Like, I think he's a great coach. I think if we were to fire him, there'd be 20 teams lining up to sign him and get him in, which is a good indication that he's a good coach. But he's got to figure it out. He's got to make some changes with his staff, with his approach, with what he's doing. And if he doesn't, if he's just going to stick to his guns and be like, coach better play better, coach better play better, then fine. Let him go somewhere else. Let him go somewhere else and coach better play better there. Team sucked today. Team was embarrassing today. Like, you just kind of expect a little bit more out of like professional football players. This is stupid. We're dumb idiots that sit in our living rooms or in this like weird little cave I have. Like, look at these guys who aren't playing good. They need to play better. Like, it's the dumbest thing in the world. But it's like, come on. I don't blame the players much more. I've shifted. I went through like 6 weeks of like thinking the players sucked and blaming the players to now being like, well, wait a minute. We're still fumbling snaps. Nobody can coach the center to snap the ball correctly. Nobody can coach up our special teams to not fumble every time we get the ball. It's like the problematic players keep coming from the same area. The offensive line continues to be terrible when we've made no change to the offensive line coaching staff. We brought the same guy in to take over from the guy we fired. We've had the same shitty special teams coach for 5 years, and the special teams continues to be shitty. What do you think the problem is? It's on some point in time. You know, does Vrabel want to fall on the sword? Does he want to go down with the ship, or does he want to like actually make changes? Because he seems like a good coach. He seems like a guy that can motivate players. He can get them to want to run through a brick wall, do whatever needs to be done to win. But being the hype guy, being the get the guys fired up guy can only go so far. At some point in time, you gotta actually coach the players to do things that actually win games. Somebody needs to go. Somebody needs to be fired. There has to be changes. I mean, you can't get smoked by the Jaguars like that and just roll it back the next week. If there aren't changes, if Vrabel hunkers down, he goes, we're fine. Coach better, play better. I'm going to turn on Vrabel. And I don't want to turn on Vrabel because I love Vrabel. And I think there's going to be like a million teams that would want Vrabel if they could get Vrabel. But I mean, like, if he's going to stick to his guns and be like, this is fine, everything's fine, sit here and drink my cup of coffee while the whole house is burning down, get in somebody who can acknowledge when things aren't going well. Good of a coach as he is, as good of a leader as he is, you need somebody who can admit when things aren't going well and can admit when things need to change. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. This sucked. I mean, I knew it was going to be this bad. I mean, like, I think in the description box, I wrote, like, watch me suffer. Next time we watch the Titans, it'll be live at Nissan Stadium. I'll be there. Game day vlog. We'll do something like that. It'll be terrible. It's against the Panthers. Are we going to lose to the Panthers? Are we going to do that? I don't know. It's hard to imagine against as bad as the Panthers are. It's hard to like, what are we doing that would make you think we could beat the Panthers? They put up a little bit of a fight against the Cowboys today. Cowboys would beat us like 67-0. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And we appreciate you as always. Enjoy your life.